Chur Karpas, Targum Yonasan, Yerin de Buz, Givan Chivar. So the Megillah says that there were ropes made out of Chur and Karpas, and the Yonasan translates that these were skins. These were cloths made out of linen that were white. Malderach se perish bezor chelik beis truma kufnun beis sofa madalef ben chor. And so too it says in Zorah chelik beis, it calls it. It says ben chor. It's a concept of white linen. Lechein mashma perish b'medrashal pi perish yafianaf. So too the Medrash explains, according to the perish of the Yafianaf, what perish. So in Medrash it uses chor from the language of chorim, of important people, that the sons of the important people wear them. Hainusarim kamo chore Yehuda, like ministers, like the chore Yehuda, the ministers of Yehuda, the important people in Yehuda. Chorim v'saganim. Again, another expression of important people. The Gemara Perkam, the Megillah Daf Yud Beis Amud Aleph, my Chor. So the Gemara asks, what is Chor? Rav Amar, Chari Chari, Perish Rashi, Maisei Machat. So Rashi says, what's Chari Chari? That refers to embroidery with needle and thread. Melechas Amatzos, I says, so in Nekavim Nekavim, that the work with the spread out cloths was done with holes, meaning it was embroidered. Vishmul Amar Milas Levana Hitzielahem, that it was a white cloth that was spread out for them. Pirush Rashi Chor Lashon Chivar. Rashi says that Chor is the language of something that's white. Vain masha kazu b'shira shirim al pasuk amar al pasuk dodi shalach yado min hachor, that my beloved sent his hand from the chor. Masha kazu pasuk karasi b'shem Betzalel ben Uri ben Chur, and also concerning the concept of Betzalel, the son of Uri, the son of Chur. Me'inyan dar v'sochares, concerning and concerning the further things that are mentioned in the Megillah, Darin Suchares, what those are, Bashmatus Zor Chelik Aleph, Simin Lamed Aleph, Malchus Ubina, and those kinds of cloth are correspond with Malchus and Bina, Darin Suchares. The Ayin Bepardis Erech Dar Erech Suchares. Maybe it's from the language of dwelling and the language of encompassing. So Malchus is the concept of dwelling, and Bina is the concept of an encompassing concept. And that's Taka what the Alter Rebbe explains, that it's called Suchares because it corresponds with a makif, but of all the olamos, Vidar Sham, and Dar, dwells there. And this is the concept of dwelling and encompassing, the concept of the divinity that fills creation, and the divinity that encompasses creation. And so with pillars of sheish, either shaish or some other kind of stone. So what are these pillars of sheish? Al pasuk shukav mudei sheish. And look what it says in Shir Hashirim Rabbah, that it says that his thighs are pillars of sheish, that sheish refers to Mefarshu al Sheish Yemei Beishis, refers to the 6 days of creation. So Amudei Sheish in the Megillah is also the 6 days of creation. V'cheinu b'medrash Rabbah Parshas Nosah, shuhu avin shayish, and that's the concept of the marble stone. Marble pillars. V'gam shisha b'mispar. It's also the number 6. Elish the shisha hu lashon zachar, v'sheish hu lashon nekeva. Only that when you say shisha, that's masculine. When you say sheish, amud sheish, that's feminine. Hiba'alma the nukva he kasha kevin, because in the feminine world, it's as hard as stone. Ein b'medrash Rabbah Parsha Beis Yisuf Parsha Zayin mipnei ma ha'ish noachulu v'na ish noachulu, and like it's brought in Medrash Rabbah, why the male is easy or restful in some way, and the female is not as easy or restful in a certain way. Hainu shikashi kamatzamayin sham, because it's as strong or hard as a bone. And that's why the emotions in the feminine are called sheish, 6. You have 6 emotions, but by the feminine, they're harder. They're like shaish. They're like marble. They have a certain strength to them or hardness to them. But when you add to this the concept of hey, you attach the hey to it. And look at the Torah in the Mamar, so that breaks this heart of stone. As nikra shisha, then it's called the masculine of 6. Shisha mishamusam 11 chulu, 6 of their names on one stone, and so forth. So that the masculine is a softer concept of 6. It's no longer shaish of marble. Achafal pi shadayin hu bebechinas sheish, im calls it dari moasu charas aniskar. Now, even though it's still on the level of sheish, it is still the 6th. Without the hay, it's still hard in the feminine aspect. Nonetheless, it's still dar v'sucharis. You still have, together with it, the concept of malchus and bina haniska that we mentioned before, similar to the idea that Hashem dwells with us, together with our impurities. So too, when our hearts are like stone, like the feminine sheish, like shaish, we still have the dar and sucharas, the mamala and sovev, with the malchus and bina. And this is through the floor of bahat. That concept is sharitzba hiya imuna, that the floor is the imuna that you stand on. Bahat klomer b'chinas hat v'hu mashkaz of hat shamecha v'tered. That the bahat is a concept of leaning down, like lean down the heavens and lean down from the heavens and descend. But so that's the concept of the bahat. That Hashem, that through the emunah ritzbas bahat, through the emunah you have a Hashem, so to speak, bending down heavens to come down. And then since Hashem is coming down because of the emunah, so the klippa, it automatically descends and goes away, or is subjugated to b'chinas hashamayim k'moshekasov atatishma shamayim. So the concept of the heavens is the idea of that you will hear from the heavens. Shakadosh Baruch Hu Nikra Shemaim, that the Holy One, blessed be He, is so to speak, called the heavens Ki Sovev, because Hashem encompasses. There's an encompassing concept of divinity, just like the heavens encompass. So it's a borrowed term, a mashal for the concept of Sovev. So that's the concept of hat shamecha. So that's the descend the heavens. So when we want the heavens to descend, it means that we want this encompassing divinity, the sovev, to be revealed and come down. I'm Likutei Torah b'dibur ha'maskil ki ha'mitzvah zos minyan miyale lanu hashamayim Likutei Torah and the Mamar ki ha'mitzvah when it explains who's going to go up to the heavens, to the makif. And through the concept of bending down the heavens, so all the workers of evil, of iniquity, are separated and go away. And like wax melts in front of fire and so forth. So that when you have this, so to speak, fire coming down, so the wax melts when you have Hashem descending, when you have the revelation of Sovev, so all the evil, all the bad in this world gets separated and goes away, and melts away. Purim, and this is the concept of Purim. It's all called Divrei Ha'igeres Hazos, and this is on all the words of this letter. Because that's the whole point of the Megillah, is to believe that he may be blessed. It encompasses all creation, all the worlds, and everything in front of them. In front of him, is as if it doesn't exist. It's to subjugate and melt away all of the external forces, all of the bad that's in this world. The Inyan v'zeu Purim, and the concept that this is Purim, Yuvan al derech mashikoz b'Pretz Chaim, will be understood what's brought in Eitz Chaim, bin Pretz Chaim, al pasuk v'yavor Mordechai, zeu hat shemecha v'chulu, and like what's brought, and when what's explained in Eitz Chaim on that Mordechai passed over, which is I guess also a concept of Yavor to pass over, to draw down some kind of hamshacha, and that's similar to this idea of bending down the heavens. Esther, and there's the concept of Esther, vanochi haster astir, that I will hide and cover over. Panai, my countenance, shafilu imu bebechinas hastara mustaras kiflaim, that even if you have a concept of covering over, and covered over in a double way, like the pasuk in Shirashim, do not look at me because I am a double black, kaful hashachrus, not just shachor but shachar chores, not just black but a double black. I wonder if there's any connection to Yirak Rokis, a double Yarok. And look in Likutei Torah on the verse that Esther was Yirak Rokis. And look in Likutei Torah on the verse Al Pasuk Shchura Ani Drush Hasheni. Look in Likutei Torah there on Hadarabah Shamu B'chinas Panim Yastara Hi B'chinas Biyomahu. Exactly the opposite. There it's a concept of a countenance, because the covering over is in the concept of on that day. There's a concept of Bayom, and there's a concept of Laila, and there's Laila, and there's a concept of Zen, there's a concept of Hu, and you have Bayom is the concept of revelation, but it's Hu, it's the hidden level. So Inyan Bavad HaLevi Hu, that's the concept of that the service of the Levi is Hu, is to reveal the level of Hu, of Bina. Anochi Hu Mucher F'Shaycha, that is me, I am the one who wipes away your iniquities. So that's the concept of the hidden level that can't be revealed, but it's a biyoma, it's a revelation of that. Who, a son of Lo Anachnu Chulu, that the level of who, he's the one who made us, and we are to him, and so forth. That's the concept of who. So it's exactly the opposite. This haster astir is not just a covering over, but it's actually a revelation of the highest hidden level. That's the true meaning of Anochi Astir Astir. That's the Purim, which he says is to bring down the Sovev, and Vispadu Kol Po'alei Avin. That's the concept of Ritzapas Bahat, which is the Ritzpa is Emunah, and Bahat is to bring down, and that's Bahat Vashesh, and the Shesh is that even in a state of the Kasha Midos of Lev Heaven, you'll have Dav, Esocharis, the Mamale, and so